This is the face you'll make when you've been looking for a free editing platform for the last hour and you're more confused than when you started. So in order to find the top 3 best free video editing software options in 2020, I set out some rules. It must be available on at least Microsoft and iOS. In order to be a universal recommendation, it needs to be available on most computers. Sorry, all you Linux revolutionaries out there. No watermark, because that's not really free, it's just free to practice on. It must export in at least HD without upgrading to a paid version. HD is really the minimum standard for exports to platforms like YouTube. Free, not trial-based with a credit card. Free should mean free because that's what it says on the tin. And it must work on desktop. Nothing worth doing well is going to be done on a smartphone, let's be honest. Brilliantlo, KineMaster and VideoLeap are. Tablet maybe, but the jury's out on that one, so I'm making it has to be available on desktop. And finally, it must pass the 10-minute test. Could I work out how to import and start editing within 10 minutes without the tutorials? Only 3 editing platforms actually made the cut. They also happen to be quite excellent for different reasons, so I don't need to give you a winner. What I will do is break down who I think they're for and what they're good at and let you decide for yourself. So, Openshot for total beginners. This really is the easiest platform to work with first. The basics are easy to understand. There's multiple tracks for adding layers and to separate audio files out where needed. To easily make L and J cuts, you'll be creating smart clips in no time. Where it does fall down is once you want to do any decent color corrections or chroma keying, there's just not enough sophistication to do these tasks well. But if you're starting out, this free editing software won't give you a distracting array of options. That's a good thing. Davinci Resolve. If you're not just starting out, but you're not ready to fork out for an upgrade to Final Cut Pro X or anything else, you really should be using Davinci Resolve. Not only can you edit a simple clip to a very high standard pretty quickly, the options for coloring your footage are incredible for a free tool. If you've got the patience to learn it, of course. It's the only one of the 3 that made the cut that can import .srt files too for added subtitles. On the downside, it lacks a dedicated tool for chroma keying. There is a workaround, but it's not fast or particularly accurate, so I'm going to say that it doesn't actually do chroma keying at all. But that really feels churlish considering this is such a professional tool to have at no cost. If you're already quite familiar with the principles of editing and you're doing a lot of live action, documentary style and interviews that don't need fancy graphics or chroma keying, this is an incredibly valuable tool. Shotcut is somewhere in the middle of these two. It's an all-rounder that can do chroma keying to a decent level provided the footage has an evenly lit chroma key color. It's got magnetic timelines like Final Cut Pro and a pretty solid set of color wheels to correct your footage to a very high standard without diving into another program. And all this while still being easy to pick up quickly and navigate the basics without tutorials. There's enough under the hood of this free editing software to allow you to produce a vast range of video needs, so it gets my pick of the bunch if I was expecting to do most things on one platform. Where all of these free options quite rightly fall short is in giving you any graphic templates that don't look like a PowerPoint presentation from 1995. At some point, you'll realize you've run out of road with the free editing software, but till then, these are the 3 to choose from on Mac or Windows. And before I got to the final best 3 that made the cut, here's the reason the rest didn't. This might help if you think you've found one and want to know what its free limitations are. So in no particular order, here's the ones that didn't make my cut and the reason why. Lightworks. Failed on export options. Maximum export for free is 720p, no HD. Blender. Failed on the 10-minute test. Too hard to navigate, not intuitive. I use software like this a lot and even I couldn't work out how to export. Filmora. Really nice interface. Fluid, slick. Failed on the watermark test. iMovie. Failed. Only available on Mac. VideoPad. Failed. Not actually free, although it looks like it is. VSDC, failed, only available on Windows. Horizon, failed, no desktop option. HitFilm Express, failed on the watermark test. InVideo, failed on the watermark test. Machete, failed, only available on Windows. Video Studio, failed, only available on Windows. Apple Clips, failed, no desktop and Mac only, although if you have an iPhone, those background options are fun. Kdenlive, failed, only available on Windows, and because it has a name makes you feel stupid pronouncing it. Clipchamp, failed, stupid name. I'm not going to take it anymore. No, not really. Just doesn't have a HD export. Capwing, failed on the watermark test, but if you're a marketeer and you're considering a platform that allows you to just do everything really simply and upload it straight to social media platforms, This one's actually quite good. So have a look at Capwing, although you'll have to tolerate the reasonably discreet watermark that's available on the free option. Movie Maker, failed, only available on Windows. If that was helpful, then it's probably because you're in the right place for growing a YouTube channel, so why not subscribe and let us help you do it. All the while, you'll be hearing from us on what we've discovered along the way, because our channel growing mission is designed to grow with you. We're in this together, whether you like it or not. Now, why not watch this video for an in-depth review of Shotcut. Openshot, for total beginners. Openshot. Openshot. Open sesame. Do you need a different word? What is going on with the teleprompter? It won't shift. Hello, 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 hello. Ah, the battery's dead.